What'd you learn?
What I learned was green is the color of life and purity. Green is the color, that's why the world is surrounded by so much green.
Right, right.
Our hearts are really green. You know, green is really life. Green is not death. Cash should not be green. Them presidents are dead. Green is the color of life, bro. So when I Google the color red, red is the color of power. It gives the person who lacks confidence, confidence. It's associated with our most physical needs. What gives a person confidence? Cold sucker. As soon as he got a lottery ticket, he that bull.
Yeah.
Money.
Money.
So what I found out about money is, it's not cash. Money is power. Yo, what's going on? This your boy the Pilot, aka Love Money the brand. I'm with my guy Prophet at the Papi Store podcast. You better tap in for this interview. What kind of interview was it? It was life-changing. The Papi Store. Yo, Papi, salt, pepper, ketchup on that cheesesteak. Y'all too solid.
Ain't no comparison. I'm the blueprint, bitches copy, they embarrassing. In the booth with Harrison, Roger that, I cock it back, you know I'm airing shit. Blessed when gift inherited. I'm prepared to get it all before I'm perishing. Raw as fuck, I'm bearing it. Different breed with different means, I'm slick with sharing it. Careful, little mama, I speak when I'm walking. Full attention when a real bitch talking. Niggas break bread with a snake too often. Seeing signs of a hazard, caution. Never fell off, just back, I'm bossing. Shit sit that I spit, I'm nauseous. Got a dumb nip in my whip, I'm flossing. With crib walk, my clipboard slossing. West to the east, shit, the beast is awake. Never let a nigga ever know I stay. Never let him fuck, I just take that face. And you looking at a goat, bitch, know your place. It's a marathon, baby, I can keep this pace. You betting on me, better raise your stakes. Found more peace when I beat my case. My rap shit cool, I don't speak to the jigs. Rather drop jewels, but the heat on my waist. Let her break rules, I ain't leaving a trace. Backed up from bitches, I'm keeping the space. Raging with flows and amazing with grace. Running through hoes, I ain't staging a race. Or man on toes, got her ready to chase. Never got love, but I gave it away. Cuddle my strap in the night when I lay. When the odds are stacked against you, rise above. Don't ever question doing what you love. Pass the past and leave it where it was. Cross me once and fuck it, it's a dub. I'm addicted to music, it's more like a drug, yeah. I'ma go, I ain't giving up. What you thinking I came from luck? I'ma run it up, yeah.
Yo, it's a privilege to have you, man. Like, I heard you talking to your audience earlier, telling them, like, you know, I had so many other people to see today, merch to drop off, things to do. Well, you decided to come through and show some love today,
man.
I
gave my word weeks ago. So
I respect, man.
Yeah,
respect.
Really
I kind of wanted to start off with like the early days, though, right? Like, and inspiration. You know, if you can, you know, take us back to the beginning. And like, what was life like before Love Money, and what put you on this path?
So, like many other interviews, the story is really the same. I was 30. I was 30 years old, and you know, I was just in a space where like wasn't nothing I'd done so far working. You know, I sold drugs my whole life. You know what I mean? From like the age of 13 and up. I had in between jobs, but I probably didn't do nothing more than selling drugs. You feel me? So it was like can't get right. The field of hustling illegal drugs wasn't working for me. And I'm 30 years old and I'm squatting. You know what I mean? I'm squatting in not a bando, but a bando. Like it was put together.
Where you from? Like where you at this time?
I'm from, where I'm at this time is Wyoming, Feltonville.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I grew up, like, my family moved around a lot. So, like, I grew up, I was born and raised, I was born on Hope and Cambria. My early years, Hope and Cambria. And then, you know, mom and dad went to jail. We moved up to Wyoming, Feltonville, from the age of, like, 6 to 12. I was in Feltonville. And then my dad came home and we moved to Marshall and Tioga. I lived in Gary Heitnick house.
Oh, so you, wow, okay.
Yeah, I lived in Gary Heitnick crib.
How the fuck did that work? Like,
you know, they remodeled it and all that, you know what I mean? But I lived in Gary Heitnick crib.
Yeah, it's been years.
And then my mom got her stuff together and we moved to Fairhill and Cambria, 13th and Erie. And then we finally, I went to jail like 99, juvie jail. And I came home, my mom was back in Feltonville.
Yeah.
So, North Philly.
No, all over
I'm gonna
North.
say
I was
North
gonna say
because
that.
like I went to like 6 middle schools.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean? So, and it's crazy because it's like life really repeats itself because it's like the same way like I moved around a lot growing up, and today's success, that's what the love is like. The love coming from all around, you know what I mean?
Because you done
Crazy.
touched so many people.
Yeah, like I
all
got
over.
friends and families in so many different parts of the United States now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what the early days was like before Love Money, you know what I mean? Moving around a lot. But at 30, I was squatting with my 2-year-old and my baby mom, Danasia, and we had gotten an argument. She went to her folks' crib for the weekend, and you know, my whole life I was raised around righteousness, like God. You mean like grandma went to church. She used to drag us with her. You know what I mean? When I got into the streets and I'm hustling, I had a friend that was religious. You know what I mean? One of my best friends was very religious though, right? God was working with him, and I used to go to church with him just to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So God has always been around. So I'm in this room, and I just broke down, bro. I never had a passion for fashion, none of that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up like trying to be a designer, nigga. I was hoop dreams, rapping.
Oh, so you ball too, then?
Kingpin. Like I wanted to be a lot of different shit, but it wasn't no fashion designer. So I'm in this room, just got arguing with my baby mom. I just broke down, bro, because I already knew God existed. I just never found the right path to God, like the right religion.
Yeah.
So I'm in my room, and I just break down, bro, and just started talking to God out loud, and just telling him like I was complaining, I was accepting responsibility, accountability. I was telling him like I know some stuff is my fault, and just breaking down, telling him things I wanted, like damn God, I want to ball, like I want to live in a beautiful condo with my baby and my girl. I need some money.
That sound like the same prayer I was.
Yeah, like I need a car. I want to put my people on. Like don't get me wrong, I want money, but I also want to like help the people that surround me. You know what I mean? Like but I just started crying and breaking down, talking to God out loud, and I was telling him like I don't know who you is. Like Jesus don't touch me. Muhammad don't touch me. Buddha don't touch me. These religions that I studied and tried, none of them grab me. So like you gonna have to talk to me directly, man. I need a message like directly, and I'm crying. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
Nobody's around me.
You going through something though.
I'm going through some shit. I'm 30 years old. I ain't got no crib. I ain't got no money.
You got a kid and
I got
lady.
a kid. No consistent funds. I'm squatting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know what was what, man. I was 30 years old and lost. And like I went to sleep crying, bro. Praying.
Yeah.
And I had this dream, bro. I remember the dream like yesterday, bro. I woke up in this hallway, bro. And it was a dark hallway. It was just a dark hallway. At the end of the hallway, it was a light. On this light was a green heart and a red dollar sign, bro. And I heard this voice say, "Put this on clothes and just forget everything you know."
You know that sound kind of like crazy a little bit.
Yeah, that sound crazy, bro.
All right.
People, yo, I'm gonna tell you, you know the only thing that give me, you know where my credentials reside at?
So,
The next day, I told everybody on my block, bro, about the dream. The very next day, and when I tell
what
you,
was their reaction?
I'm gonna tell you what, they called me crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Look, this is what I told them. I'm like, yo, I remember the first day I told my brother Twin, he lived next door to me, like 2 houses down, named Elio on Eleanor, because I was squatting on Eleanor.
Right.
So the next day I woke up, right, and then they on the porch smoking. I'm like, yo, Twin, yo, Alex, I had this crazy dream yesterday, bro. They like, what happened? I'm like, I'm about to come over there. So I go over there breaking it down. Yo, look, I'm about to drop a clothing brand, bro. This shit gonna call, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but it's gonna be a green heart and a red dollar sign.
Right.
So they like, you mean a red heart? The heart's supposed to be red.
Right.
The dollar sign supposed to be green. I'm like, no, bro, I had this dream, and this shit said, forget everything I know and put this on clothes. I said, yo, bro, I'm gonna stop hustling. I'm gonna stop with the negativity. I'm gonna start praying more. I'm gonna get my life together, and dog, I'm gonna drop this brand. This is 2014, bro. This was 2013. There was no clothing lines in Philly for real. You had Belargo, Forever Do Me, and that's really it.
Right.
Wasn't nobody trying to sell clothes. Dog, that wasn't a thing, bro. So when I'm telling all my friends, that's my only real proof that the dream was really real, because that next day I told my whole hood, I told people in the barbershop, you can ask my cousin Mir, my cousin Pray, my cousin Quan, they'll be like, no, the next day after that dream, We all told him he was tripping.
Yeah.
Cause I'm telling him like, nah, bro, God spoke to me. When you talking about God speaking to you, that shit can shake a lot of people. Cause they're like, come on, bro. But when I look back, 10 years later, not only did everything I asked for in the prayer came to life, I did everything I said I was gonna do. Like, yeah, I wanted money, but I said, you know what I'm gonna do? If you show me a way, God, I'm gonna show my people. Dog, I'm not even trying to be cocky. You know how many niggas got a clothing line a day because of me, bro? Come on, let's talk about
Inspiration,
it, bro.
man.
You don't got to give me credit. Karma gave me credit. You know how many people got a clothing brand today because of me, bro? It don't matter if they popping, if they got the motion I got. It don't matter if they surpassed me and did bigger things than me. It don't even matter. Bro, when I came into this shit and I learned the ins and outs, I opened the door, I didn't hide the secrets.
Yeah.
I never gatekeeped. I showed you where to go get the blanks at.
Right.
When I went and was getting blanks, I showed you where to get.
I mean, you still doing it now. I see
still
you on
do it
5th
now.
Street all the time.
I
Like, yo,
showed you
come
what-
over here.
I
Like,
showed you what machines to use.
yeah.
I showed you what methods to do. I showed you ain't got to follow the hype. I did the celebrity run. And then when I did it, I didn't like try to tuck it. I opened it and showed y'all, look, you can do this too. So, I'm responsible for a lot of people having a clothing brand today. Some names that you might think bigger than my name, bro. You ain't had no clothing brand before I opened that door. Yeah, you took some of the shit I gave out and you took it to another level. Good, that's what's up. I never knocked it.
Yeah.
And like I said, you ain't gotta give me credit. Karma gave me credit.
Yeah.
But 10 years later, I look at that dream and like I fulfilled that prophecy, bro. I didn't only like go from squatting to really living in luxury apartments. Yeah, it's not a mansion. It's a luxury apartment though, bro. That rent $3,500 a month. That's not, you know what I mean? I was just squatting. You feel me? So with that being said, it's kind of like the dream was real. And as much as it sounds crazy now, I'm glad there's still people alive that I can like put on the spot. Be like, yo, bro, the day after that dream I had on Eleanor,
Right.
what did I say? And how did y'all treat me? And niggas be like, yeah, that shit was real, bro. That shit sound crazy, but that dream was real.
So the crazy thing is, my next question was like, where did the love of money come from? Like, but you just answered it came from the dream.
that dream. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know why the heart was green.
Yeah.
Why the dollar sign was red.
Yeah.
People started asking me before I dropped it. People like, that's the wrong way, bro.
Yeah.
That's not So now I had to go back in prayer and ask God, like, how do I explain why this shit, there's different colors?
Yeah, but you know, you followed your heart, man. You know.
And, bro, God talk back to you, bro.
Yeah.
And sometimes people waiting for a voice. You know, to give you a quick segment on how I found out what to say when they asked me what them colors are switched for.
Right.
I asked for it in prayer, right? And one day, I was on a SEPTA bus going to a doctor appointment with my son, and you know the front of the SEPTA bus, it's the seat behind the SEPTA driver, and it be having like a flyer or a poster on it or something, like marketing something.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm in the back of the bus and I'm praying to myself, and I'm asking God, like, damn, people keep asking me, like, what this shit mean? I don't even know what the, like, you know what I mean? I pray whenever I want.
Yeah.
Yo, when I picked my head up, the back of the seat of the bus driver answered my prayer. You know what that shit
What
said?
it say? What?
Do your research.
Right.
So what I had to do, I had to Google the color green, Google the color red,
The meaning behind it all.
Google the definition
And
of love.
what'd you learn?
What I learned was green is the color of life and purity. Green is the color, that's why the world is surrounded by so much green.
Right.
So what I found out was our hearts are really green. You know, green is really life. Green is not death. Cash should not be green. Them presidents are dead. Why is it green if green is the color of
What,
life?
you think they did that on purpose? Like, some
course.
conspiracy type shit, you know what I mean?
Not
Like,
conspiracy, that's just on some shit like
they know what they doing.
we don't want them to know what we know.
Right.
Green is the color of life, bro. So when I Google the color red, red is the color of power. It gives the person who lacks confidence. It's associated with our most physical needs. What gives a person confidence? Cold sucker. As soon as he got a lottery ticket, he that bull.
Yeah.
Money.
Money.
So what I found out about money is it's not cash. money is power. Red is associated with our most physical needs, which is power.
Bars.
Yeah, it should
I don't
be.
even know. Like,
So that's how that came
That's
about.
bars. I ain't gonna front. Like, so at what point did you realize, like, yeah, I got something special here? Like, you know what
Years. Something special was like, man, I'm gonna say, maybe like 4 years in, I'm like, oh, this shit is special. Cause you know, them first 3 or 4 years, it's just a job.
For any business, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a job. You figuring this shit out. You know, a lot of people telling you like, yeah, that shit hot, you know, and then some people like, man, that shit gonna come and go, and you just enjoying the fact that I can make a couple dollars without getting in trouble.
Well, they say the first 2 years of any new business is like the most crucial, or the most, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most detrimental.
So I'm gonna say about 4 years in, I knew I'm like, yeah, this shit's special because the consistency. I just went 4 years straight with not falling off. Like this is Philly. We remember, I never left the city. I'm on some Jordan shit. I stayed with my team.
Yeah.
I never left. I mean, and I'm a tourist, so you know I'm on that bullshit. So I never left. So when you think about 4 years of being relevant in Philly with a brand, that means people got to buy this
Philly's
shit.
a tough city, man.
Oh.
For real. I
But
know.
you know what I sell? You have to buy it.
Yeah.
You have to wear it to a club.
Yeah.
You have to wear it when you go to your baby shower. In the 4th year, I'm reflecting and I'm like, yo, it hasn't been a summer yet, or even a winter or a fall or a spring that people didn't want my brand.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a year yet, 4 years in a row. And that's when I knew, like, oh, this shit like Polo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Philly small compared to the world, but like, Philly tough though. Dog, I can win here.
You can win anywhere.
Dog, I can win anywhere,
That's
bro.
a fact. That's
Like, what?
yeah.
But I didn't have a car to drive. Nigga, I walked 1,000 blocks.
Yeah.
That means I walked by ignorant people. People that was like, nah, Pop, I don't want that shit. That's for Puerto Ricans. Fuck out of there. We good. We talking about the other side of Broad Street where niggas don't look like me.
Nah, I know.
I'm walking, nigga.
Yeah.
Hiking. Sun in my hand, 100 shirts in the duffel bag.
Gangster.
Walking by crowds of different people from different cultures looking at me like, yo, bro, you're not from around here, bro. We don't buy shit like that.
Yeah.
We don't know what you doing around here. I'm coming down Cumberland, 18th and Cumberland.
Yeah.
The big numbers, 22nd and Diamond. Oh, I'm hiking, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to pick up DVDs on 22nd and Cecil B. more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just walking.
Yeah.
That's how I found out it was special.
Yeah.
Because I got to deal with so many different people from different walks of life, and for it to be that consistent 4 years in a row, I said, yeah, this shit real.
But that was low key like training though. Like they, you know, corporate companies send their folks to training camps like that help you deal with different types of people. It's called IPC skills, interpersonal communication skills, and how to talk to people, how to not just sell a product, but how to talk to people. You was kind of doing that in your own way though. You know what I mean?
And not having no education.
Fire. Now you kind of dove into it a little bit, but we all know building a brand ain't easy, right? What were some of the biggest struggles you had to push through to get Love Money where it's at today?
Money management, cash management, well, money in general, because you know cash is a form of money. That's why when you Google money, it says a current medium in the form of coins and banknotes, a current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes. Once it turns into the form of coins and banknotes, the original form of money is a current medium. A current is electrically charged particles. Medium is the means of doing. Electrically charged particles is power. So the definition of money is having the power to do something. So cash has the power to buy.
Yeah.
Your eyes got the power to what?
See?
To see.
Yeah.
Your ears got the power to listen. Your tongue got the power to speak, to influence. Your mind has the power to premeditate and think. Your hands got the power to what? To create. You can create a Love Money shirt, or you can create a predicament for yourself. So when they say money's the root of all evil, yes, all forms of money. Be careful how you use your forms of money. Who gave us these power tools? The highest form of power, which is God. love money don't mean to love cash. It means to love God and all the forms of money he gave us. So when I say miss money management, I'm talking about all tools. Picking up my phone at the wrong time. You know what I mean? I got pistol whipped one time, bro, in the middle of the beginning of Love Money being Love Money. My cousin calling me. I'm in the crib pressing shirts.
Yeah.
This is me misusing my money. Right. Me misusing my hands to pick up a phone to listen to a conversation that influenced me to come out and use my tongue.
Right.
I'm pressing shirts, cousin calling, yo, I got this problem, man. I'm just trying to get my brother out the crib. There's people on the block, on the corner. Somebody that his baby mom fucking with, and you know it's becoming something. Mind you, this my hood. Come down here. I beg. I can't, cuz I call you back 3 times. On the last time, I just went up there. I get into an altercation. I turned my back, thinking the shit was over. Nigga creeped up on me and hit me with the pistol on my head like 5 times.
And
bro.
it wasn't even your battle.
Wasn't even my battle, but what I did wrong was what you just asked me. What was the most? What was the question?
The biggest struggles.
The biggest struggles was money management. Knowing how to use some of the cash, how to use some of my time, how to speak in certain conversations to get out of certain situations, listening to the wrong people, you know, not having the right thoughts. So the hardest part of this shit was being militant with all the tools of money that you have. You know what I mean? Just money like, management. The real like definition right? of money management. Like misusing my tools, bro. Just knowing not now, bro, I'm gonna keep it a beat. I'm not answering my phone for everybody. This phone right here, like 3 people got this number. This phone right here, my other phone's probably in the car, maybe 20, 30 people got that number. But just knowing like, when you're becoming successful, you're gonna deal a lot less with people who didn't help you become successful. And what hurts about that is, Jadakiss said it one time in a verse, it hurts when you got to kill a nigga you love. So it don't mean to physically kill you, it's sometimes you mentally just killing people.
Like cutting them
mentally,
off.
Whereas those like, yeah, you could use the word cutting it off, and that sounds kind of harsh, like damn, I had to cut you off. But with me, it's like, yo, I'm not even cutting you off. I'm just growing. And for me growing, we're becoming distance because you're not growing with me. So you can take it as I'm cutting you off. I'm looking at it as like, yo, I'm growing.
And if you ain't growing with me, it's gonna feel like I'm cutting you off.
It's gonna feel like I'm cutting you off, but I'm not, bro. I'm mentally somewhere that I'm not at physically. So mentally, I'm already a billionaire.
Yeah, you manifesting some things.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mentally, it's like, yeah, you might just think I'm spraying bleach on a shirt. I didn't spray bleach on this, baby. This was cut from Egyptian cotton. So with that being said, I'm already seeing myself as like, yo, bro, no matter how you see me, you might, I'm already in a multi-millionaire's mansion in my mind. Yeah. And that comes with a work ethic. You don't just think like that without actions backing it up. So when I say I'm busy, bro, I'm not trying to be funny or distant or bougie. In my mind, I'm not in the same world as you. Yeah. You mean that's not personal. You can celebrate. I can't.
I ain't got time to celebrate.
You mean our celebration, our understandings, our celebration definitions of celebrations are different.
2 different things.
Yeah, you mean some people celebrate birthdays. I celebrate accomplishments. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, the thing is, bro, you right. You absolutely like. You can't take everybody with you, especially if those that ain't willing to do the things that they got to do to make it to the next level.
Facts.
Like you want. I think Les Brown said, you know, you want things you've never had, and you got to be willing to do things you've never done. You know, and if you ain't ready for that, then yeah. Well, you know what? You talked about the bleach and all that, right? So you make everything by hand. You know, why not go the easy route and outsource production?
Well, I do. Like my socks is outsourcing.
Okay.
My Scullies is outsourcing. The new shorts and T-shirts we got, they outsource and they come from overseas manufacturers. But the things that happen to go viral be things I did with my hands.
Yeah.
So I could drop some fire Skellies, some fire socks. The hoodie we just dropped the other day, the shit was, everybody went crazy about it, but it's not like things that I've created. It's something about when God gives you a gift, bro, which we all have, creation. That's our best gift. Yeah. Being creation, you're creative. You just have to create. When you do something with these, for some reason, it's just something about it that people gravitate toward it different. Yeah. So when I'm doing the creating, it always overpowers the things that I outsource.
Right.
when I'm actually doing it. But it's better to get outsourcing. The thing about it is this. Let's just say I outsource 100% of my products, right? You know what's going to happen now, right?
What's up?
My clock is going to open up for more free time. So with more free time come what?
The devil.
The devil.
Yeah.
More demons I got to fight, because now I got time to shoot dice with my bros down Erie.
Right. You bored.
I'm bored.
Now. Yeah.
Now I got more time to go to that after with my bros down Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Now I got more time to hang out on the block with the poppies down Badlands and just chill and smoke and drink. And now there's a window that's even wider for someone to take me away from my 3 sons.
Yeah.
But if I'm busy creating with this and outsourcing,
you're being
guess
productive.
what I'm doing? I'm being productive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always busy. There's not really a window for me to celebrate when you celebrate.
Yeah.
We got 2 different definitions of celebrating.
Yeah.
So now I don't, you know what I mean? I don't fall short of my definition because I'm too busy. So I think I like to create with my hands because it keeps me busy, because I know the old me. I used to love smoking weed all day, bro. I used to love going out on the weekends. I miss the strip clubs. I miss the bars. I miss hanging on the block. I miss being in the trap houses where they're not trapping, but it look like a trap house.
Yeah.
And those ways can kick back in and pull me away from everything that I worked hard on. You know what I mean? Like, damn, nigga.
I'll tell you what, one joint you got that I think a lot of us fell in love with was the waffle backs.
Waffle backs.
The waffle backs.
The waffle
you know what I mean?
backs,
Those
Steve.
took off heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
$250,000.
I know the story. I mean, I've seen, I follow you and I've seen you tell the story. You know what I'm saying? What's the story behind waffle back?
The waffle back story is this, right? This shit is so funny. I never played with bleach, bro. I'm cleaning my bathroom. I got my favorite pair of sweatpants on. They like some motion pants.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my bathroom with this Lysol spray, right? It got a little bit of bleach and say Lysol disinfect multi-purpose cleaner with bleach.
Right.
So I'm not thinking nothing of it. I just know I like the way it cleans my bathroom. So I'm cleaning my bathroom, right? And then I get one little stain on these favorite pair of Swishies. And I'm like, how the fuck did my shit get bleached? I didn't use bleach.
Right.
So I'm backtracking. These are my favorite pair of pants.
Yeah.
I'm backtracking trying to find out, how did this shit get here? When I go look at the bottle, it say Lysol disinfect multi-purpose with bleach.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not getting rid of these. I got to fix this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spray these joints, cause these my favorite pants.
Right.
So I just spray them, right?
Yeah.
Just to design them.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yo, that shit look hot. Yo, that shit fire. So then I said, well, let me try some shit. I put a logo on a hoodie. Then I just started letting my anger off on the hoodie. Hit the hood, hit the side. I'm going crazy, letting off anger, being creative.
Yeah.
The hoodie came out fire, so I started selling them. Boom. One day, I happen to have my crib. I happen to have a crate. A lot of the things from my childhood, I bring back. Like all the sneakers I buy, they sneakers I couldn't have when I was a kid. The Pippins, the Griffies, the Pennies, the Mikes. I don't like the foam pods. I'm not really a Dior or like the new designer sneaker boy. I go get the sneakers that my mom couldn't afford now that I got bread. So in my crib, I used to hustle on the crate. We sold drugs on crates.
Yeah.
Before we sold drugs on crates, if I couldn't go around the corner with the big boys to play ball,
Put the crate up.
we put a crate on the pole,
On the
nigga.
pole,
We played
yeah.
crate ball.
Yeah.
You mean? So growing up, when I got my first apartment, moved out my mom's crib when I was like 17, got my little mattress. I didn't feel like buying a box spring. I went and got 9 crates.
Put 'em
I
underneath.
laid my mattress on my crates. So the crate has always been in my life. So when I got my first luxury apartment, I brought a crate with me, boy. You know what I mean? Just to have right there. You feel
A
me?
reminder.
You know what I'm saying? So around that time, I was playing with the spray, right?
Yeah.
And then I thought like, yo, I wonder if I take this crate and like put it on the sleeves, how that look. So I did it, and it came out hot. I'm like, yo, this shit look hot, and I didn't call it nothing yet.
Right.
Then
Experimenting at this point.
experimenting.
Yeah.
Then I had an idea like, how about if I put it on the back of the whole, I'm like, that shit look like a waffle. I'm like, oh shit, remember when Quilly was like, yo, I used to hustle on the crate all day. I used to go to sleep on the crate, go to school the next day, bitches call me Waffleback. He said, Quilly Mills said something like that on the YouTube joint back in the day, right?
Right.
I'm like, Waffleback. I'm like, oh, Quilly Mills a check for that shit. He might reach out to me.
He might reach out too.
Quilly might want that bread, like, yo.
Bitch ain't no comparison. I'm the blueprint, bitches copy, they embarrassing. In the booth with Harrison. Roger that, I cock it back, you know I'm airing shit. Blessed when gift inherited. I'm prepared to get it all before I'm perishing. Raw as fuck, I'm bearing it. Different breed with different means, I'm slick with sharing it. Careful, little mama, I speak when I'm walking. Full attention when a real bitch talking. Niggas break bread with a snake too often. Seeing signs of a hazard, caution. Never fell off, just back, I'm bossing. Shit sit that I spit, I'm nauseous. Got a dumb nip in my whip, I'm flossing. With crip walk, my clip all slossing. West to the east, shit, the beast is awake. Never let a nigga ever know I stay. Never let him fuck, I just take that face. And you looking at a goat, bitch, know your place. It's a marathon, baby, I can keep this pace. You betting on me, better raise your stakes. Found more peace when I beat my case. My rap shit cool, I don't speak to the jigs. Rather drop jewels, but the heat on my waist. Let her break rules, I ain't leaving a trace. Backed up from bitches, I'm keeping the space. Raging with flows and amazing with grace. Running through hoes, I ain't staging a race. Her man on toes, got her ready to chase. Never got love, but I gave it away. Cuddle my strap in the night when I lay. When the odds are stacked against you, rise above. Don't ever question doing what you love. Pass the past and leave it where it was. Cross me once and fuck it, it's a dub. I'm addicted to music, it's more like a drug, yeah. I'ma go, I ain't giving up. What you thinking, I came from luck, I'ma run it up, yeah.
Yo, my guy,
What up,
Prophet.
baby? How you
What's
feeling,
good?
man?
Welcome to the Papi Store. How can I help you?
Appreciate you for having me. Yo, that jacket is fire.
Yeah, this love money, man.
Wait, what is that though?
This is come from the cloth of Egyptian cotton, breeded in the mountains of Kensosaurus. Yeah, this is exclusive.
Fire.
How can I help you though? Talk to me.
Oh man, yo, I would like a couple of these little candy joints. You know, I ain't gonna front. Yeah, actually, I think they got moved. Yeah, a couple of them.
I just started working here, but
Actually, that what is that? What's that shirt
the
right there?
Papi Store t-shirt, quality A1.
All right, well, I'm gonna do one of them, and then I'm gonna do this Mountain Dew.
Okay.
These joints. Y'all got Lucy's, right?
Yes, sir. Lucitos.
Yeah, I need like 2 of them. Y'all do the 2 for 3, right? 3 for 2,
3 for 2.
and that's all. I'm definitely gonna cop this though.
Oh, let's get it.
This is fire. Yeah, this is hot. Like I don't. Actually, let me.
Papi Store, welcome. Tap into the podcast too.
Can I just put I'm gonna put these in my pocket right now. Like I'm just like looking for my money real quick. Hold on. This is hot. I ain't gonna lie. I love Mountain Dew, man. I'm just looking for my wallet. Why are you looking at
I'm
me?
gonna help you find it. Security!
No, I'm looking for my wallet. Bro, I was just looking for my wallet.
What's going
Bro.
on? Trying to get a vibe.
I was just looking for my wallet. Hold on, you know what? Here you go, bro. Like just keep the change, bro. I don't like just keep the change.
Day.
All right?
Have a good day.
Appreciate y'all, yo. Oh shit, they everywhere. I told him to keep the change. I told him.